Understand that this is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. Your life.
I find that heroes are sort of kind of sprinkled all over and all around me, and as to help me build who I am.
Superman power, buddy. Superman power. Guys, I'm going to give you Superman power right here.
A hero to me is someone who can step outside this bubble. There's a bubble that's around a lot of people in the world, and oftentimes it's really hard to pop. Anyone who can step outside that bubble, help others, that's a big thing for me, and not be so self-focused, if you will, is just a huge hero in my book.
I mean, I obviously take a lot of role models from sport, and growing up in sport, I use them to source my inspiration.
Early on in my triathlon career, Loretta Harrop, who a lot of Ironman folk wouldn't know, she was a huge inspiration for me. She was a big star in Australia. She won silver in Athens Olympics. To me, she was the best in the world. She's the toughest person to this day that I've ever met. An athlete, that's a person that's gone through so much adversity.
One of my biggest role models is Paula Radcliffe, marathon runner. She holds a world record, and you know, she's had lots of struggles. She's had lots of ups and downs in life. You know, I just feel that there's obviously people you can relate to in that, and yet they're fighters. You know, they will always come back.
Certainly when I was playing basketball, Michael Jordan was my big hero.
I'm a Larry Bird guy. So much hustle. For me, it's all about hustle. You don't have to be the prettiest, shooter, but you got to want it. And Larry Bird was a guy that always wanted it.
Mark Allen, Dave Scott, Mike Pigg, were our idols. I remember Mark Allen coming to Australia, and I'm now friends with Mark, and I've told him this story. I lined up for 45 minutes to get his autograph, and I was so besotted with the man. He asked me my name, and I couldn't speak it. I was just a geek. He's like, "What's your name?" I'm like, I can't remember. And I've still got the autograph.
And then in the sport, Crowie. He's, for me, the ultimate, kind of combination of competitor and good person. So he's done it all in my book, and I'm privileged to be able to go out and train with him and learn from him a little bit.
The majority of the sacrifices are made by people around me, to be honest, particularly now in my life. My wife's had to put her career on hold, and this past summer she had to resign from her position because there were just no more little loopholes or avenues to get time off. My daughter is out of school, we're homeschooling, and the majority of that falls on my wife's, plate.
Family are big, supporting me, throughout all the highs and lows that I've had, and anybody that's been injured will know how hard it is on the people around you.
You have to be pretty selfish to be an athlete, and that requires other people to make compromises.
Namely my husband, who I've been with since I'm 14 and I'm 34, and so we've had quite a journey together from high school through college to post-college, and now having been on this pro journey with him.
Both my parents really did everything, sacrificed, always sacrificed for the 4 kids, so I definitely emulate them in the job they've done with us.
They've given me and my brothers and sisters a lot of opportunities to kind of go out and succeed.
I'm from a family of boys, so you can, Mum's the only female in the house, so she's our female influence, if that's anything. She's the world to us, and and she was such just an amazing woman. Just the way she was understanding. If I broke up with a girl, I never liked her anyway, darling. just a mum.
My dad was sort of my inspiration as an athlete. He was running marathons when I was growing up, and so I'd ride the mountain bike next to my dad as he was training for his marathons and hand him water, bring him snacks, and we'd get to go out on the trails and see some cool things. And there was sort of this evolution and this changing of the guard, and eventually now my dad has to ride my bike with me while I'm going for a run. I think my dad is definitely living vicariously through my dreams. So he's into it, but so is my mom, and I think they just have a lot of pride, and what's awesome about parents is they love you no matter what.
My closest friend, Sean Moroney, who passed away in 2002, we made a pact that we were doing Hawaii the first time together. Paid my dues on that island, but in 2007 when I won, I don't remember the last 2 miles, and it wasn't because I'm going to get a paycheck. It wasn't because of anything else except it. And if you watch the coverage, I'm looking at the sky, talking to 2 people in my life, Sean Moroney and my mother, the 2 people that knew how much this journey was to us. It wasn't, I didn't care about world championships. It was so pure. I was always geez, I hope one day I can do this. And Mum would always be, you can do anything you want to be, And, she was always giving me the courage to chase my dreams. And I say that a lot, and to kids nowadays, chase your dreams, man. Like, it can happen, It can be done. And Mum was the person in my life that really gave me that strength.